My name is Ronnie Strickland. You may know me as Cuz. Now, I've been with MOSSYOAK since the beginning. And yes, it's a great job, if you can call it a job. The best part, other than getting to hunt all the time and call it work, is the people. From Toxie Hayes, the founder, to everyone at MOSSYOAK, and hunters in general, man, they just get it. It being the real reason we do this. It's not the big antlers or long beards or getting your limit every time. It's way more than that.
When I was still active duty, I attended the National Shooting Sports Foundation's first couple of shooting summits. Had to do with what I was doing at Weapons Training Battalion. And I was there talking about disabled veterans and trying to get some support for some programs. And the very first company that stood up and said, I want to support this and get involved, was MOSSYOAK. In fact, they flew me down to West Point, Mississippi. I met everybody. That's when I first met Cuz. And we put together the very first disabled hunt for that fall. And since then, we have been working for years now to take care of wounded, disabled vets, disabled sportsmen. And you know, MOSSYOAK is stepping up to the plate now even more to help us with the long-term financials that we're looking at to take care of the troops, and have done things quietly that nobody knows about. It's just behind the scenes, making things happen.
We've been knowing Colonel Dill for a long time, and we got some great stuff going on with them right now. But you know, PVA's been around since World War II, Paralyzed Veterans of America. And Colonel Dill, once he retired from the Marine Corps, he went straight into working with those guys and contacted us. And we did one of the first hunts I can ever remember, you know, right down there at Macon, Mississippi. It was an amazing thing. But it's easy for everybody here to remember that why we're able to do what we do is because they do what they do. There's a picture on my wall right there that Colonel Dill sent of two guys helping a wounded soldier out, and the caption is, "He is the reason for our daily routine." And there's a lot of things to get involved in, but I mean, it all starts right there. And so, you know, so many of those guys and gals, they all love to hunt and get outside and all, so it's always been an easy cause for us. And every morning when I sit down, the first thing I look at, my eyes focus on, is that poster, because they are the reason for our daily routine.
I met Lou, we were on had applied for a hunt for the disabled in Wyoming, and it's been going on for 23 years now, and it's a pronghorn antelope hunt for disabled hunters, and I applied and went, and Lou is a volunteer there, as I am now, and that's where I met Lou, who is a retired lieutenant colonel from the Marine Corps. And he got me involved in helping other disabled vets.
We're always looking for something to do with wounded veterans in the springtime, because turkey hunting is kind of my favorite, kind of most everybody's favorite around here. And you know, all you got to do is call Colonel Dill and say, look, I got a great spot down there in this part of the world. Trust me, there's no problem to find wounded heroes nearby wherever you're going to be hunting.
Some of the most successful hunts that we've been on are individuals that you would never think would be allowed to go or be able to go on a hunt. Took a totally blind vet named Stan McGowan on a turkey hunt with Ronnie Strickland. People go, you take totally blind people hunting? Yeah, we do. And he got a turkey. In fact, I elk hunted with him and antelope hunted with him. You become his eyes, he holds his own gun and pulls his own trigger.
When that turkey comes in, and he was headed toward us, or there was actually three, but the one that was coming in closest, I could hear him and coming through and gobbling. My heart was up in my throat. I was shaking, and it's the same thrill that it always is.
Inside the Obsession is brought to you by Ram Truck Brand, Precision Shooting Equipment, Lethal, and MOSSYOAK.
It's just so gratifying to see these guys enjoying it. Forget about everything that they have done and have had happened and everything, you know, and live the moment of the hunt there.
So I called Colonel Dill and said, look, Kevin Burleston's offered up this place for the spring down there. Let's find a couple of guys and go do a turkey hunt. Colonel Dill called me back and he lined up 2 people, Blaine Scott and Stanley McGowan. I don't remember what their ranks were or anything else. I just know that Stanley had been blinded in a crash.
I was lucky enough to see until I was 43 years old. So when you talk about oak trees in this part of Texas, I know what you're talking about, a mesquite flat. I've walked through them. I know what colors the sunrise and sunset are, the birds that are in the trees now. I hear those and I can, if visualize is not the right word, I can conceptualize that.
Stanley McGowan had actually been a turkey hunter before he had been injured. And I'll never forget the first morning we went out. And the first place we sat down, he'd take in a deep breath and he says, such and such is blooming. And he'd ask me, how long are the leaves on the mesquite trees? And you could tell he was picturing everything that was going on. I was just blown away by that.
The birds, as the sun was coming up, you can hear the birds start to chatter. And you just to get that feeling of being in the outdoors. And that's, the fun is the outdoors. You can hear the birds, you can hear the squirrels chase one another, you can hear the turkeys gobble, and of course that first gobble, the hair on your neck sticks up and your heart starts to thump and you start thinking, well, is he going to come in here or what's going to happen? And there's always the unknown, and that's the excitement. You never know what's going to happen.
He's to our left, a little more, to the left. I was really nervous the first morning, to be honest with you. I didn't want to blow an opportunity because I think we was only going to get one chance and we had to make it work. I started calling and I heard the birds coming and my heart just started beating. I just couldn't, it's just like my first time I ever been turkey hunting. The excitement that was coming up, and all I could think about was just give me the opportunity and I'll take it from there if that bird would come on in. Go ahead and get coming. All right, go lay the gun down. All right, okay, come to your right, come to your right. Right there. Come to your right. Come down
here. As they were coming in, he was looking through the red dot scope that I have and directing me onto the turkey. As it approached us, there was a mesquite tree there, and it moved out to our right. We kept having to move right, move right, move right, and the turkey would stop, gobble. And I don't know who was shaking more, me or Craig.
Stan was just steady as a rock. He had his shotgun right there, and I was getting in control. I said, okay, turn to the right, turn to the right, turn to the right. And now we got the bird lined up with the shotgun, and I'm trying to get that bird, the red dot on that bird, because he finally comes out in the open. And the bird really didn't know we was there. He was still looking for that hen. All I knew is I could just get that red dot on that bird.
got him. You got him. You got him. You could hear the turkey on the ground, and I was busy reloading the gun just in case, but he was down for the count. We got him with one shot at about 25 yards or so. That bird, look at that bird. Oh man.
Look at the spurs back here, look at the spurs. Feel that.
Oh man, he's got some gaffs on him.
He does. Good
That's a good bird.
That's a good one.
Excuse me, just a sec. Just a second. Just a second.
You deserve it, Stan.
That's the first bird I've killed since I've lost my sight. That's the first one I've got. I've called some in for other people, but that's the first one I've got. Thanks.
It was such a cool thing to watch because he's just a, grizzled veteran. He was, the military part was in him. He was doing exactly what he needed. But when he got down and got to that turkey and started petting that turkey, feeling everything about it, he got real emotional because that was like his first one in, I don't remember, 15, 20 years. And I remember thinking, if there's a better way to celebrate what we do outdoors, I don't know what it is.
Show the house, show these other guys what they missed out.
Texas boys can get it done, can't we? First time out.
I always think about Kevin Burleson. He's a deer thug, but he runs the Heart of Texas bow hunting operation down near Brady, but it's just great turkey hunting. And so I called Colonel Dill and said, look, Kevin Burleson's offered up his place for the spring down there. Let's find a couple of guys and go do a turkey hunt.
Staff Sergeant Scott came to us. This guy is Marine to the core, tough as they come. He took one heck of a hit with an IED and lost several of his buddies out there during the attack. And this guy comes back and he doesn't want anybody to think he's handicapped in any way, shape, or form, and he's not. The guy can do everything I can do. The guy's incredible. His spirit is overwhelming, man, I just was so amazed at this guy when he came to us, and I got to know him.
I got hit with 4 IEDs over there, and the 4th one's the one that got me my injuries. Lost a few Marines over there, and great men, and a few of us got injured, and I guess honor the guys that got killed and hurt. I would go back over there in an instant just for them and for my Marines that are getting ready to go back again here shortly.
Letting these wounded warriors hunt on our place is it's not only an honor and a privilege for us. Gosh, it's our right to do so. If we can give back a little bit to these guys that have paid so much for us, for our cause, man, we're going to do it.
Came in about 60 meters and something wasn't right, something. Turned around and walked the other way, up the hill, Not even, I would say 15 minutes later, kept on squawking on that box. Another one started coming in, exactly the same thing.
got another bird goblin coming in, jump back in, set up again, work this bird in. Same exact scenario. This bird comes in, thought we've got him, coming down the road to us on a rope, you know, and all of a sudden he looks up, same spot, takes off. So we're left scratching our head.
Hey, something ain't right here. We're gonna have to do something about this. Something ain't right. We're seeing something we're not seeing.
Blaine, he didn't get on a turkey the first morning, and you know, as we hunted the rest of the next 2 or 3 days, the wind got higher, and finally we struck a turkey. I don't know, maybe 100 yards away. Sounded like he was a mile away, but every time we would crawl down through the rocks, go through this, and I know he was in pain. He was still injured. I don't know how long he'd been out of the hospital. He had just got out, so he still had dressings on. It was clearly painful to him. But every step they made, every sit down, get up, let's move, he never said a word. Finally got a turkey in close.
Yeah, myself. Let me know when I can take it.
Inside the Obsession is also brought to you by Remington Arms and Ammunition, MOSSYOAK, Scott Archery, Schwacker Broadheads, and come here, dear.
Boom, you know. That's one great thing about hanging around with these military guys and girls. They can shoot. I don't know if we've ever filmed a miss at one of these things.
Oh, yeah.
Fired up.
Yeah, he was.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice looking bird.
Look at that.
Hey, how about that beard, huh?
Heck yeah.
Is that cool or what?
What, about 7 or 8 inches right there?
Yeah. He's a good mature bird.
Yeah. How old is he?
He's 3.5-year-old bird.
3.5-year-old bird. Yeah.
Great. Perfect fan.
Heck yeah.
Look at them hooks.
3/4 inch. Yeah.
It's a good mature bird.
Yeah.
Just rewarding, and it's fun to, even though that's a little thing, it's a hunt for a weekend, just to say thanks in a small ways. Like I tell them, if you're doing something, then at least you're not doing nothing.
Blaine did everything he was supposed to do. Took him down in a hurry. So
Yeah, about 30 yards or so.
yeah. I'll tell you, I like the Marines coming out here. They don't have to worry about a dead bird now.
One shot, one kill.
One shot, one
Yeah.
kill. That's right.
They're trained to shoot.
Absolutely.
That's a nice bird. That is a,
Beautiful stuff, isn't it?
and his old fan is long and
Yeah.
all together.
Oh, it's got white tips. Just beautiful bird.
Well, Blaine, congratulations.
You
again.
too, sir.
That's
Yes,
great.
sir.
Well, that's a good hunt. That's great.
Absolutely. Glad to have you.
Well, thank you.
Anytime.
With the wars that are going on now, and we're in the longest war in our history, and the sad truth of the matter is your grandson will be fighting terrorists when he's grown. So the idea is to put together a fund that's long-term. We want to make sure that what we provide for them today is going to be there for tomorrow. We're the only ones that are saying 40 and 50 years from now, you know, that 18-year-old that we got hooked on turkey hunting, we still want to take care of him and his family. The concept is real simple. We want to raise $10 million put that in a separate account and use the interest off of that to take care of our wounded heroes indefinitely. It's a great cause, there's no doubt about it, but we're just now getting started to get the message out. And the people that we want to appeal to are people like you and me, folks that grew up in the country maybe, that love the outdoors and want to be able to give something back. I work in Washington, D.C., and you see all the Support the Troop bumper stickers, but my question is, okay, that's fine, but what have you done that's really going to have an impact? Being patriotic is more than just a bumper sticker. Being patriotic is more than just a bumper sticker.